Hey friends, welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Craft Tube. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you're all having a good weekend. It was Good Friday today, and I'm very late in getting a videoed, recorded, and I did not get one recorded yesterday. I've just been feeling really bad, and it's just taking a toll on my body, and just it's a lot going on. And so anyway, I just wanted to come in here though and do something to feel normal for myself, right? I mean, I don't know if you can understand that or not, but I just needed to come in here and do something to feel some normalcy, because I've just been feeling so bad. But anyway, this is what I was thinking of doing. Take these vines that I did with the metallic markers. I went over all those with the metallic markers that Karen had sent me, and so Rose had sent me some paper punches. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of the word. But I want to turn these into little bouquets. Like, eventually I'll kind of cut out around it, but I wanted to punch out some little bitty flowers. This is two different flowers right here, and then this is a heart and a star, which can go in the bouquet. And so I'm getting out my glitter paper that I got at Walmart a good while back. I've got two different ones here. I've got this one is glitter, and this one is it's glitter too. It's just pastel. So I don't know. I'm just gonna mix it up and do like one with this glittery paper, and then one I can do pastels also. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. I've just been thinking about this. Like, even when I'm in my chair and I don't feel like doing anything, my brain is still coming up with mess to do. I don't know. I should probably punch that with this hand. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, so that gives a little bitty flower shape. Oh, I lost it. There it is. Perfect. And see, that'll be just perfect to put in there and kind of just overlap. But I'm going to try to just punch out a bunch of these in this color. I'm going to do a bunch in all the colors, I guess. And then probably just put them like... fix me a little Ziploc bag or something. Maybe I'll find a little container in the kitchen with a lid. I mean, I know I have one already. It's not in the kitchen. It's in here with my craft stuff. So maybe I'll just punch out a whole bunch of flowers and stuff like that. I feel like I don't know. Alright, can't really see them until I lay them on the white paper, probably. And then I may have to, zoom in a minute and show you. But, yeah, so what I'm making is little bouquets, I guess you could call it. And then eventually it's going to turn into something else. But I feel like it's just because I'm slow going. Not only do I not feel bad, but just that beside the point. Besides, just this is going to be very slow going. Because, obviously. Obviously, it's going to be slow going. And it may just take me a while to make this little vision come together. What I'm, have in my mind, what I want to do. The other side of these are just white paper. I'm going to zoom in a minute so you can see, but basically you can see I'm just punching out these little flower shapes. Right now I'm just doing this one shape of this, but I can change it up. I could do this same color with other things also, but guess I better put that over there so I don't lose it. So yeah, I just want to punch out these shapes, and then I also have some glue to glue those shapes down, and I'm going to put a paintbrush and just paint some spots and put those on there. I also have this that I've never used before. I got this at Michael's. It was on clearance with the Valentine stuff, and so I thought that might give some bling bling in it, because I do want that to be real blingy and just like over the top. So yeah, I guess this is glue. Let me just see if I can read the package. The writing on this is so faint. Yeah, it does say glue. It says chunky glitter glue. So yeah, I might could just use that and kind of just paint around it and put all the different things, and maybe it'll leave that. I'll just test one whenever, you know, I get ready to do that. I might just take the paintbrush and just paint all around it and kind of even on it. And see, this is a little bit more effort than I thought it would be, to be honest. Okay, so I was going to try to just use up this whole little space here so I could call that little scrap piece done. So what are you guys doing for the weekend? What did you do for Good Friday? And what do you have going on for the weekend? So, honestly, you know, we didn't have no plans whatsoever. Just take it easy and not do anything was our plan. But then tonight, I got a phone call just a little bit ago. Okay, so Elijah and Chastity had a doctor's appointment on Wednesday, and they were hoping to get an ultrasound, and they were hoping to, you know, the ultrasound be cooperative, and they might possibly find out by chance what the baby is going to be, right? So they did have an ultrasound, but they was not able to see what the baby was or anything like that. But they did a blood test, and Elijah said, they said we'd have the results by the end of the week. And I said, oh, Friday is Good Friday, so probably not. He said, well, that's what they said. I said, well, they probably wasn't thinking about, you know, it was Good Friday. They probably just said that out of habit and wasn't thinking about it was Good Friday. And he said, you know, oh, well, we'll find out when we find out, you know. And then my phone doesn't have any kind of alarms or anything on it, but I looked down and happened to see Elijah's name there, and he was calling me. And oh my gosh, I was panicking, and I was trying to answer that phone so fast and not hang it up, because my hands do all kinds of weird things on the phone. I got to tell you a story about that. But I was trying to answer that phone so fast because I didn't know how long his name had been on there, how long he'd been calling. And anyway, I answered the phone. I'm like, hello. And he's like, what are you doing? I was like, I was just trying to answer the phone real fast to find out what the baby is. And he said, we don't know. And I was like, what? He said, we don't know. They, you know, never did have the test, call us with the test results today. And I was like, oh. But anyway, all is well. You know, we'll find out when we find out, Monday or Tuesday. I'm just impatient and just like, you know, want to know, even though it ain't going to hurt to wait. So, anyway, and then he just starts talking all normal, and I'm like, well, what'd you call me for? I mean, I didn't say that. I'm just thinking, because I talked to him for about 2 hours last night. So I was like, well, I was thinking in my mind, well, what did you call me for then? You know, I mean, I was glad he called. Don't get me wrong. I was really glad he called. But I just wasn't expecting a phone call unless we were finding out about the baby. Anyway, so we talked for a second, and then he's like, well, we're coming down in the morning. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. So he was calling to let me know they were coming down. So I'm excited about that. So we went from no plans to, oh my gosh, we got plans. So guess what? We get to keep Ginger. They're going to stay at Chastity's grandmother's because she has a bedroom available, and we don't. So they're going to stay over there. And I, fully understand that. And then I think she's having family coming in for Easter and stuff like that. So they'll spend Sunday over there. But I guess we get them for Saturday, pretty much is what he said. He said they're coming in, they're coming straight here. And I guess we'll do something with them, and maybe Dakota and Carlton and all that tomorrow. So now we have plans. Oh, no plans to, we got plans. Exciting plans. I'm real excited. And I went in there and I told Big Daddy, I was like, hey, get up. We got company tomorrow. He was half asleep in his chair, and he was like, what? Who's coming? Well, I said, we got company coming. And he was like thinking somebody's coming right at the end, and I was kind of playing it off like it were. And then I said, Dakota and Chastity's coming in the morning. And he's like, oh, cool. So anyway, that's what we got going on now. Unexpectedly, we have plans. Yeah, family coming in. Okay, well, so that's cool. I did get a bunch of these. And so, yeah, I like that. And, I think that one might be gold. So it might be pretty just to put a bunch of different, colored ones around that, spreading them out. But anyway, I'm gonna do some more colors, and then I think I'll just try that the way I was saying, just take my paintbrush and get some of that, and then just basically paint around it and stick some of those and let it dry and see if it shows that bling bling, because I wanted the bling bling, and I have some bling bling, but I did not find my bling bling. I have a little round container. It's just a smaller round container, and it's about that deep, and it's got all different sizes of the clear bling bling. Little bitty tiny tiny, a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger and then bigger, And so I have a set of drawers in the dining room, 6 drawers, and I went in there and tried to look, and I could not find them. They're in those drawers, though. I just couldn't stand there and bend over and dig like that. But I would love to be able to pull up a chair and sit in there and get those drawers organized, and maybe even like an index card wrote on that tells what all's in that drawer and put in the very front of the drawer. Something like that, maybe. I don't know. Wishful thinking, I guess. Okay. I'm trying to get, I would like to get this blue torn off and use some of that. Okay, so let me tell you the story of my hands and my phone And I was just embarrassed, devastated, and feel so horrible. I would never be mean to anyone on the internet. You know, I know some people like thrive on that. That's their whole game, is to get on the internet, people's videos or whatever, and be mean to people. I would rather lay down and die than to know I hurt somebody like that. Ugh. Seriously, right? Well, this is what happens. Okay, my phone, I do not have any of those code things on my phone because my fingers don't always work on touchscreen. And so I could spend 30 minutes or more trying to do a code and hoping it's going to pick up my fingers at one point, you know, until I finally just get frustrated and want to throw the phone across the room. I don't do that, but I'm just saying, I get so frustrated I probably could. And so it gets aggravating. And so I don't have any of those on there. And even to text somebody back, I might see their text, but if my fingers don't allow me to text, I, you know, cannot text back or whatever. And so, and I don't do the voice mess because it does not, that would be more embarrassing than anything to send some kind of coded message where people's got to be a detective to figure out what I was saying. I wonder why. Do I have two of that color? Okay, there are different colors. I was like, I wonder why I have two of that color, but this one is different. And I wish I was using this one rather than that one, but it's okay. It'll be fine. So, okay, my phone, my hands. So, I don't have any kind of thing like that because my hands don't always work. And yes, it's plumb embarrassing when I'm trying to text people something and my hands are not working, don't want to work. And so when I carry my phone, because I don't have that code on there, my stuff just comes. When I'm carrying my phone, the palm of my hand that I'm holding the phone with will just open, it'll move apps all around on my phone. It deletes apps, moves apps. I can never find apps on my phone because my hands have just moved them around or deleted them. And so sometimes my hands will, the palm of my hand, as I'm holding the phone, say I'm holding the phone like, you know, I'm carrying the phone like this. This is my screen, and I'm usually carrying the phone like this, trying my best to hold on to it and not drop it and all that kind of good stuff. And so my hand's doing all kinds of stuff. It'll open apps and click this, that, and everything. One day it had opened Cash App, and I was sending an ungodly amount of money to somebody, which I hadn't picked a name or anything like that, but it had this ungodly amount of money up there, and the next thing for me to do was click pay, and then I guess choose a name, but anyway, I didn't get that far. Thank goodness. Anyway, so my hand does all this kind of stuff, you know, clicks on stuff and sends emojis. Sometimes it sends text and emojis and stuff like that to people. Well, it opened Facebook. Oh, and I've just been so devastated about this. I'm telling you, it just breaks my heart that I did this. My hand was able to open Facebook and find a message. I don't know what it was. I could not find it anywhere. I couldn't find it. So it might have been like on a story or something, is what I'm thinking now. And so my hand opened up a story, I think. And it was about a sick baby who was in the hospital and doing really bad and just not doing well, I guess. And the baby has been struggling. He's a 2-year-old baby, and he has dwarfism, and he's just really, really sick a lot. You know, they're just trying to keep their baby alive, okay? And he just spent several days in the hospital. And I mean, my stupid hand put the laughing emoji on this lady's story. Well, the lady, anytime you're on social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, you're gonna get the most hateful people sending you messages and comments and stuff like that. That's just a given. We know that. It just comes, right? Okay, she knows it. She deals with it too. And she probably gets fed up with it. She sent me a message and said, "What's so funny?" And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "You know, we spent 2 years trying to keep our baby alive, and you're laughing." Oh my gosh. That just... I was just like, what? I couldn't believe this. And she copied and pasted and sent that to me. And I could never open it up to see what the message even, you know, all it said and everything. And I kept trying to go to her page and find the message. And yeah. It kills me to know I did that, even though it wasn't on purpose. I just know, as a mama of a sick baby, been there, done that. She didn't need that stress that my stupid hand did for her. And yeah, I cried. I'm crying now just thinking about it. I cried. Oh my God, I cried. And I sent her a message back and tried to explain that I just had my 8th finger amputation. They took part of my thumb, and the other 7 fingers, you know, they took the whole fingers. And I carry my phone with the palm of my hand, and it just does all this stuff. And yeah. And then she wrote back and said something about, I guess she went to my Facebook page. I don't even know. I don't even do Facebook. Really, I don't even go on there like to post stuff, or I look for pictures on there sometimes and stuff, you know. Anyway, she went, I guess she looked on my page, and I don't know what all she could see on my page and all, but then she come back and she said, if any of that's true on your page about my chronic illness or whatever, then you should whatever. And she has chronic health issues herself, probably from stress from her, I mean, chronic illnesses, any stress flares that up. Stress is what brings on chronic illnesses a lot of times, and stress is not good for people with chronic illness. And there I'm creating the stress for this mama who's just trying to keep her baby alive, and she has other children too. And anyway, she said something about, you know, if any of that's true about your chronic illnesses, you should know better, or something to that effect. Oh my gosh. And so I wrote her back and told her, you know, I promise I didn't do that on purpose. I'm sorry. No, that did make me very, very emotional. And I just cried and cried over that. Right now, I'm really just... It does still make me emotional. But also... I'm very stressed out right now and don't feel well, and so it's probably making it even more. Probably making it even more because I should be okay by now. But, so, I don't know. I mentioned her several times just trying to explain because I didn't want her to think I was one of those people. And plus, I know what stress does to you when you have chronic illness. Anyway, she finally did say she believed me. She finally did say that, whatever, that she did believe me, you know. But still, I hate that I caused her stress. I would never do something like that on purpose. Like I said, there's some people who that's their whole game in life. Like, that's what they get off on, is being mean and hateful to people on the internet. Any, you know, content creator has to deal with that. But I hate that I caused her to deal with that. Seriously. So, yeah, that's what my hand did. And like I said, I'm feeling really bad right now. You know, I've been dealing with this gastroparesis flare. And then last night, as if I wasn't feeling bad enough and had enough stuff going on, Paige and I, the day before, had moved stuff around by my chair, and I was trying to get some of my cords untangled and just spaced out, and my plugs in different places where they reached better and all this kind of stuff. And I have a power bar that has my phone chargers, my tablet charger, and I think my nebulizer's plugged into that, which, you know, it don't run all the time, only when I use it. And just different little things there. The chargers that go to my pain pump in my abdomen can be plugged in there. Just, you know, things like that I need close by, and I need to be able to use them when I need them. Right there from my chair. And so anyway, I had told Paige, I said, oh, it's not going to come up any further. That's as far as that cord will come. And she said, oh no, it reaches way up here. It'll reach all the way. And I was like, huh, that's weird. I didn't think it reached that far. And so she got it where, you know, it was at a great spot for me. And then she taped it down with packaging tape so that the power bar will sit there on that little top of that rolling cart. And, you know, fixed it up for me. We got it all situated and all that kind of stuff, right? And I went on about my business that day. Well, when I went in there that night, I realized that the reason why that power bar reached at such a great spot was because it wasn't even plugged up. It when she was pulling it, it came unplugged, is what happened. And she didn't realize what I was saying, is it wouldn't reach there because when it's plugged up, it won't reach. She didn't quite understand what I was saying, probably. And so none of my stuff charged, and everything was dead. I couldn't get I couldn't even charge my phone up because the power bar, my phone was close to going dead. And anyway, so I had to move my oxygen tank thing and move my stand for my tablet and just move my carts and get back there behind my chair and plug up my higher bar, which wouldn't reach. And so I'm just doing all this crazy stuff, okay, trying to get that all situated. And this is, you know, like really late at night. Big Daddy had already was in the bed asleep. And I'm sick on top of that, okay? On top of all that, I'm having such gastroparesis issues. Oh. And then I knock off my 40-ounce drink of sweet tea. And it just hit the floor and tea went out everywhere. Oh, spilled all over my blanket that I sleep with and just everything. Tea went all up under my chair and just everything everywhere. Oh gosh, it was a mess. And I was trying to clean that up and I wasn't doing a good job. So I just got whatever hand towels and washcloths and all that I could get and was just throwing it all on the floor, trying to clean all that up. That was a mess. Oh my gosh. And at some point I just had to be like, I've done the best that I can. And oh, it was a lot. It was a lot to deal with in the middle of the night. Trying to do all that. So so yeah, life, you know, can get crazy. And my friend Kim, love you Kim, thank you. She said, you know, like, it's just, I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry anymore. I don't want to cry, but sometimes I'm just emotional and I can't help it. But she sent me the sweetest message saying that, you know, she takes a lot for granted. And then she realizes, you know, the things that I struggle with trying to do with these hands and these two little fingers, that, you know, she takes that kind of stuff for granted and she don't think about, because one day I was on the phone with her and I said something about, I wanted something and I said, well, I'll get this and wait for Jody to get home so he can open this for me. And then she was like, oh, you can't open that, can you? And I was like, no, but I'll wait on him. He can, you know, when he gets here. So I mean, yeah, life is crazy sometimes. And then when you try to do things, that's what gets me, is that when I try to do things, you know, and I'm trying to just, you know, be strong and do the things I need to do, and then I make bigger messes and bigger messes and just continue to make bigger messes while I'm trying to do the little things. Now I'm cutting out some gold hearts. I just thought that would be cute in the bouquet. Anyway, I have plans for these, and I hope it turns out, my vision turns out. It is going to just take me a while to get this done, because it is a lot of little pieces that I'm doing, and you know, it's just going to take step by step getting these little pieces done and stuff like that. And I do want to make several of these, and like I said, some of them I want to be pastel. So right now I'm putting them over there and trying to keep the colors, keep them all separated by color at the moment. But some of them I would like to make pastel. These are kind of a bolder color, these sheets. And then I have that pad that's pastel glitters, but they're very pastel and may not be as bling blingy as these. So basically I'm making a I want to make a paper doll, and I haven't got that far yet. I have it in my head, and so I'm making a paper doll, but I'm going to be using some tulle, like the netting tulle stuff. I guess it's spelled like Tulle or Tule, something like that. So I'm spelling it so you'll kind of know what I'm talking about. So it's going to have that on them and some other things. And I just want them very sparkly and bling bling and just more than you can imagine. So to do all that, it's just going to take a lot of little steps, and because I am slowed down a bit, that thumb, if I feel like if the swelling would go down, and this thumb, I'm not sure how well you can see the swelling there, it's still just a little fat sucker. I feel like if that swelling there would go down, the pain would go away, and I could start to use this more like a marker or pencil pen, paintbrush, whatever. I feel like if that swelling goes down, I'll be able to use that. So it's just taking time, and I guess I'm, not patient. I'm not patient enough. And I've got this vision in my head of what I want to create. And I don't know. I just want to create it, okay? Oh. I have so many things running through my head that I want to do. And this is just one of the things, Oh, if you only knew all the things in my head, you'd be screaming. Oh. I'm looking over here to see. I think there's a little tulip. Where's it at? Where are you at? Here is a little tulip one also. So I was going to look back and see what colors I might have. Is there a purple color? See what colors I might have that I missed here. I do have this red. I could have done hearts in red. I have that green. I guess that's orange. I feel like some colors are missing out of this. If like this, no, the light blue. I feel like the purple's missing, the yellow is missing, and it was another color I was looking for one day. Like, is that pink? That? I don't know. I just feel like, some colors are missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And see, when I bought this was an item that, 7, 8, 9, 10. So no, it's 10 colors there. I don't know. What is... I do like that green, but not for these, not for this. There's a brighter blue, and then there's this pinkish, which is very similar to that. I don't know that you can even see a difference in that. I barely can. And then there's black, which I don't want to use. But I haven't used this orangey color, so we're going to go with that. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Big Daddy is off work today, and he'll be off Saturday and Sunday. And I keep forgetting that we now have plans for Saturday. And I guess Sunday too, but mainly Saturday. Yeah, Elijah said they're just going to get up in the morning and come straight here to our house. So, and Ginger's coming, and so we'll keep Ginger while she is very, very hyper, and I have to watch her around myself, jumping up on me, and, you know, I block her. I'm always blocking her, you know, so she don't jump up and hit my feeding tube or whatever else damage that she could do, because she is, what is she? She's like a, oh, I can't think. She's a mixture of, I don't know, I can't think. But anyway, she's a mixture of Border Collie, Austrian Shepherd type thing. And she's a very, very sweet, loving dog. She thinks she is the size of Phoebe, and Phoebe thinks she's the size of Ginger. And so, yeah, it's a mess. But anyway, so Ginger really don't need to go to Chastity's grandparents, who are, you know, a lot older. I don't know how they are health-wise, but she don't need to knock anybody down, and she will. If you're not used to her, she will knock someone down, or she could. That's what I'm saying. I am used to her, and I know how to block her, and she knows. I say no, you know, and she knows that I mean no. Okay, here's a little leaf. So I could do some green in that little leaf to add some green in this bouquet. That would be pretty. I've never used this green one before, so I need to just start right here on the edge. I wanted to kind of glue something together here just to get, because I'm just dying to get this going. I'm trying to work on this and get it done, to be honest. Oh. Alright, I should have 3 of these somewhere. 1, 2. And that is 3, because they were laid on top of each other. Okay. Now I'm going to hurt this thumb trying to do all this, but because you have to mash it a little bit in, or all the way down, I don't know. I don't know if all my leaves have made it over there. I've cut out 5, but I don't think I have 5. Okay. Alright, I've got some cut out. I have something to work with anyway. And I'm going to put this over to the side, if I can, without making a mess. Alright. When I'm doing that, like, off camera, I won't be trying to do so much at one time, and it won't be that hard on me, I don't think. Maybe not, huh? Okay, so I'm thinking I'm just going to do something with this right here. Oh, hey, Sassy. She has been all over me. Like, she knows I feel bad, and so she is just stuck to me. She was up on I'm at my desk in my computer chair. She was up on the back of the chair behind my head area, and then she just come down and slid down in the seat with me. She's just staying close, and she knows I don't feel well, and so I went to the bathroom earlier. I had opened the door, let Phoebe go out to potty, and went into the bathroom myself, and Sassy thought I went outside, and she just started crying. She was hollering so loud, and I was like, Sassy, I'm in the bathroom. And here she come, pushed that door open, and came right on in. She thought I left her. She is the clingiest cat. Like, she's so clingy. Huh. Okay. Let me just look at this. I think I should be able to pull this out. I mean, I think a normal person should be able to pull that out. I don't think it's... I don't know. I was going to say, I don't think it's squeezable. I'm not getting any glue. I think I need to pull this part right here out. And we got news that we have a wedding coming up, but I don't know that we'll be able to travel. And in my mind, you know, I would love to travel and go to this wedding. It was a homeschool family that lived here years ago, and we loved their family like they were ours. You know, they had 2 little boys, and then eventually had a 3rd little boy. And I might have mentioned my friend Shalita time to time on here, because she tried to teach me to crochet, but I wasn't really interested. And she watches my videos sometimes, you know. But anyway, her middle son, Remy, when he was little, oh my gosh, he was like one of my favorite kids ever. And I had him in co-op classes, and we just hung out all the time and done stuff. They come over here and hung out. We'd go to their house in the summertime and hang out and go swimming in the pool. Whew, I got it. See, you just keep trying, you eventually get it. Anyway, Remy, when he was little, he would say he was going to marry me when he got older. He was going to marry Miss Kayla. And anytime he was doing schoolwork that, in his workbooks and stuff for school, it would say something like, you know, like fill in a name. He always put my name in the blanks and stuff like that. His mom would always take pictures and send me, where he did his schoolwork and was, you know, put my name in and stuff. His sweetest thing. Cutest little sweet kid you could imagine. But he always said he was going to marry me when he grew up. He's going to marry Miss Kayla. And he said that for years, you know, and then we'd tease him kind of when he got older and realized, oh, that's a fat old woman. You know, we're still going to tease him about he's going to marry Miss Kayla. And so, anyway, Remy is getting married, and it's not to me. And so, I would love to be able to go to Florida, and they're not that far down in Florida. They're in the Panhandle, like Pensacola area, I think. I would love to be able to go, but with my health, I just don't know if that's, you know, a possibility. I can't even travel 3 hours up to see, you know, my son in Arkansas without just feeling like I'm, about to die. So I don't know, but I would love to go see Remy's wedding and Elijah too. And I told him, I was like, guess who's getting married? This was about a week ago or so. I told him, and he was like, send them my address so they can send me an invitation. So we all really would love to go, even Dakota, even though Shalita's kids were younger than Dakota. He's very much, in love with their family too, and just, a part of our whole family relationship with them and all, and so we would really just love to be able to go to Remy's wedding, but I don't know that it's feasible for me with my health, Is that the right word? Did I use the right word for that? I don't know if my health would hold up to do that. And that just makes me sad that I can't do things like that I really, really want to do. Okay, so I was thinking, and I'm just kind of testing this because I've never used this before, right? So I'm kind of testing this to see, and I might have to just use my finger, I think. Ugh. Sassy, you can't come around here, baby. No, you sure don't need to step in this and track it through the house. I have enough messes to clean up that I make. So I'm kind of just smearing this around all over in hopes that it does dry blingy. Because I do want bling bling. I want this to be as shiny as possible. Down there, napkin. And I do have one. Oh. Okay. Alright, let me just see if I can scoop up some more of that glitter stuff. Oh, this is so hard for me. Like, it's unnatural to use the wrong hand. It's just unnatural for me is what I meant to say. Okay, I'm going to have to remember to wash this out as soon as I get finished here. Whatever. Whatever, I need to just get going here. Okay, so I'm just going to take some of these and here, let me use some of these, and I'm not even going to be able to tell if these leaves are going the right direction or what. Emma. I don't know if the leaf is... Oh, I can't tell. I don't know. Honestly, I can't tell if the leaves are going the right direction or not. They might even be going backwards, and that would look really stupid, so... Trying to put down some silver stars. I think I'm going to take that leaf up because I can't see what direction it's going in. It may be growing backwards. Okay, and it was. Now I can see. Huh. Okay. I got it. I got it. Just took a little bit of thinking there, but I got it. Okay. Whew. Now I want to put a couple more leaves in there. Okay, let me see. Now see, I can't see it here. I can't tell which direction it's going. I don't know. Okay, so I need another leaf, maybe. My glue's gonna be all dried by the time I figure this out, isn't it? Okay, let me try to put some. Now here again, I gotta put the heart in the right shape. I mean, the right direction there. But this is a lot more work than I thought. I didn't think about it being this much work. And it wouldn't be for the norm, you know. It's because I am trying to do so much with so little. Because that's the way I roll. That's the way I roll. It's just kind of going wherever it wants to go at this point. Let's see, I got a star there, somewhere in that area. Oh man, it went upside down. No, I don't see it. And tweezers wouldn't work because I can't always hold that together either. They would fall out of my fingers, so I don't use tweezers. For that reason, is I can't hold them. There we go. Trying to keep the glue off my fingers so I can pick them up and put them down. Alright, then I have about 3 blue, a 3 pink. I have some couple gold hearts. I can't really pick it up too much because of all that, but I was trying to. Ooh. Yeah, I'm spilling it. Spilling my stuff over there, but I was going to try to put another gold heart somewhere. I hope I'm not putting all that just like piled on top of each other. Okay. Let me throw in a pink over here. And then I don't know if I have a silver star anywhere up there. I pretty much could just have my eyes closed while I'm doing this and do it just the same. Oh, goodness. All right, I need something over here. Maybe a gold heart. I hope the glue is holding these things there and not too dried already. Okay, so it's something. It is what it is. It's something, you know. So I'm gonna let that dry and then just see how it looks. Yeah, it's not quite my vision, but it's something. And these, I wanted to like do a little bouquet with each one of these, but I need to cut them out first. I was trying to see what else have I got under here to play with. Oh, it's under here. Okay. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try on this one to paint around it. And over it, because I do want the bling bling on top, and if I find my jar of bling bling, which I eventually will, I just gotta get where I can look better for it. Anyway, so I'm kind of just trying to scoop up some of that glittery stuff that's in here. And I do have this in some other colors, like I think I got a pink and a red, possibly a purple, but I think I got a pink and a red right after Valentine's Day. I think y'all was with me. If you went shopping with me that day, you probably remember what I got more than I do. But yeah. But yeah, I think I might have some more colors of these, so I'll experiment with them and see what I can do. And I'm going to just okay. Might be easier to put it on with my finger, but then I gotta deal with trying to pick up those little bitty flowers and stuff with this all over my fingers. Mm. Okay. Now, let's see if I can do this. So I thought I would just try to come in and take pink and just overload it with the pink first. I'll have to go back and try to make sure they're pushed down into the, I don't know what I did with it. I lost it. Did it fall? Yeah, I dropped it right there. And I don't try to go for symmetrical, but right now I'm just trying to beat the glue. Now, blue. This is interesting. I've never used that glue before, and so I don't know how it really works. Okay, let me try to use some silver. I'm going to start right here and put silver stars just coming down both sides or wherever. Alright guys, what y'all think? Is this going to turn out worth anything or not? Okay. So there's some silver. Now I want to put some gold hearts. Oh, went over an hour. I'm sorry. Okay, now I want to try to put in a couple of these green leaves just so there's some greenery in it. And that's so hard when you can't see which way your leaf is growing. I don't want to put it growing backwards. Okay, there's a green. And I don't think I have that many. Maybe 3. I got 3 pieces of green. One, 2, and here's a third piece. Okay, let me try to get a little look. Alright, I'm going to zoom y'all in so we can see. Okay, so that's what I have. And I'm hoping they dry and it won't be so ripply and goopy and all that. You know, I hope it dries a little flat. I'm trying to make sure I've got my pieces like stuck down into the glue. Oh, and I'm just picking it all up like crazy. Well, let's see. I think I picked some up and moved them around pretty good during all that, but I was just trying to make sure they're down, touching into the glue, not just laying on top of it, you know, smashed down. Alright, we'll see. I'm gonna let those dry, and then, you know, I'll take my scissors and kind of fussy cut around it so it'll be some white around the little bouquets, but that's what I'm going for. Something kind of like that. Hopefully. And like I said, I've got the other colors, pastel colors, that I could do some pastel. So anyway, guys, thanks for coming in here with me today and let me just do something to feel a little bit normal, you know, because I have felt so bad and just been so sick. I just wanted to do something to feel a little bit of normal. But I hope you all enjoy your weekend. I'm going to go ahead and just put this away for tonight. And I don't know if I put this on there, am I gluing it in? I don't know. Or should I just screw the lid on? Probably just screw the lid on. Okay, now you put this in water, wash it off. So thanks for joining me today, and I hope you all have a great weekend. I am so excited about tomorrow, seeing Elijah and Chastity, and, you know, just getting to spend time with them and hang out with them. I don't know what we're doing. I told Elijah, I said, well, call Dakota and see if he and Carlton want to get together tomorrow evening and do something. You know, get with him and see what y'all can work out, and let's just, so we can all be together. And that'll help Elijah and Chastity from having to go see, you know, like us, and then go see them. Let's just get together and hang out together and do something. Alright, guys, so I will let you all get going, and I'm going to try to get this video up ASAP. Bye, friends. Love you all. Happy Easter.